Now moving on to the next story. Lifesport. You guys know who this is? This lady here is a thief and a snitch. But she's snitching for the right reasons. She's snitching for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. She's snitching so that we can get some justice in this situation. Even though she stole $1 million from us, she turned state witness. Oh, and you know what? Before I get into this whole, I'm a little unsure how to present this to you guys. Should I read the Express article first and then get into a video with Jack Warner in the past talking about No, I'll read the Express article first. Let's do that. The AI into Grok. All right, so this is Grok, and Grok is the artificial intelligence that's on Twitter. So here we go. I'll read this to you guys. So this is the command I sent into Grok. Here it is right here. I'm gonna read it for you guys. Do a deep analysis on the article at and I gave a link to the Express article. That's a lot. Use all available sources to identify the named persons in that article. See that? Use all available sources to identify the named persons in that article. So what did I told the AI to go look at, to go read the Express article, understand it, then go search all available sources that you know of, and come back and give me an approximate analysis or give me a positive analysis on who are these unnamed people in this article. Because the article that came out today with the 8 million Lifesport heist, while interesting, it named no names. But we're going to name a name here tonight on the Slimy Show, ladies and gentlemen. But first, let's read the article for you. So Express, fix Google Ads now. This actually is unacceptable. Express, please fix this. So inside the $8 million Lifesport heist, Ruth Marchand's witness statement details rigged bids, fake companies, and cash payouts, including $1 million for a wedding. And this $1 million for a wedding is who is what we use to identify who received that $1 million payout. And we're going to be calling names here, people. You ready for that? You already know who this shit is, man. Come on. Yo, Express, for real, fix this. Express, this is unacceptable. Look at how your page is actually loading, and I have a pretty fast computer, and I'm streaming right now. This is unacceptable. By May 2013, Adolphius Daniel had pocketed $34 million from the ill-fated Lifesport program, the single largest payout made to any individual connected to the program. And even with his pockets already overflowing, Daniel is technology component be added to squeeze out another $8 million for work he never delivered, according to then Lifesport Acting Director of Physical Education and Sport at the Ministry of Sport, Ruth Marchand. But after being threatened by a gangster during a Lifesport meeting at the Hazley Crawford Stadium that same year, and later issuing his own threat to Marchand at her office, Daniel vanished. So if you remember this part right here, in the last Express article, it stated that Daniel was confronted by someone from Rasta City, and the Rasta City person had slapped him up because he hadn't gotten his money, and he assumed that Marchand was snitching on him, so he went and put a gun in her face and tried to kill her. And after he did that, he was never seen from again. Shortly after his disappearance, the Ministry of Finance approved the $8 million payment. With Daniel gone, Marchand admitted that Lifesport personnel devised a plan to split the funds, concealing the crime with the creation of falsified invoices. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Come on, computer. In a 65-page notarized statement given to officers of the TTP Crime Division in July 2013, obtained exclusively by TV6 and the Express, Marchand detailed how wheeling and dealing went down to carefully extract the $8 million and what some conspirators did with their money. Cabinet and budget approvals for Lifesport totaled $440,666,380 million. Part 2. And I want you guys to remember. Hold on. Let me close this voice mod. I was gonna do some sound effects for you guys.
I can smell you.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to have fun today. Let's close this. You see, this is what I was telling you. This Express article freezes up the whole freaking system because so Express, whoever codes this website in Express, now my whole damn computer's freezing up. All right, tell you what. Let me ease down on the CPU process for a second. Let me close some windows in the background up. Give me a couple minutes. You're a Trini, even though you're bald head, even though you look like Professor Platypus on the on that Platypus show. My brother, I still love you. Welcome. Thank you for viewing. So back to Jack Warner. So the main focus I want you guys to focus on with what Jack Warner was saying is this corruption scandal with the Lifesport wasn't just limited to Anil Roberts. The whole entire UNC cabinet was involved in the Lifesport, and it went all the way up to the top. That is what this is not me saying this. This is Jack Warner saying this in this interview. That's why I'm playing it for you. So let's get back to him.
It's not unusual for them to know about a verdict in advance. It's not unusual. We have some very crafty people here at the highest level of the legal.
They're no trolls. They're only Trinis. They're only Trinis. You know, Trinis that want to have fun. Trinis that are doing their job. Trinis that are doing what they're paid for. We're all Trinis over here. Forget Caribbean Soul. Leave him alone. He's a brother. He's just doing his job. He's doing what he's paid to do. So don't get vexed for the man at the way how he makes his money. Okay? He has to feed his family because I hear his wife left him. According to Fearless. This is not me saying this. This is just a legend, okay? Anyway, back to Jack Warner. So this was an interview conducted years ago when Jack Warner was on the right side, on the good side. I don't know what happened to Jack Warner these days, but anyway, maybe he's getting old and he's tired of fighting. He's tired of seeing evil winning, kind of like Eric Williams, because this is the issue that Eric Williams faced when he was the leader of the country. He could not control the members in his government, and after the 1972 protests, he just literally gave up and let those corrupt individuals just do what they want. So he had a good vision, Eric Williams, but he let the people around him corrupt him. The difference between that and this party now is the actual fish is rotten at the top. So this life sports scandal, when it was eventually exposed by Gary Griffith, the fall guy had to be Anil, right? So Anil takes the heat. Anil takes the blame for everybody, whatever. As you're saying, nothing can touch Anil. He can go crash his car and kill citizens, and nothing happened of that. But yet still, this man is in our faces every day, being paraded around. I told you guys about the value of compromised politicians earlier, right? Go back and rewind and listen to that if you didn't hear it before.
So to speak, and they can know about it. And therefore, I'm not surprised that many hours after he appeared. What I'm surprised about is that he was able, that he appeared at all. Because here you had the political leader of the UNC, Silk, not Cotton, Silk they say, knowing that of course the nowhere at all he's vindicated, put him on a platform, galleries to the nation, promises to put him in the Senate, with total abandonment for respect for the people, the integrity of this community and so on. I mean, what is wrong? Really, something has to be wrong.
Yes.
Something has to be wrong, and there's not a single person who was on that stage or who in her cabinet or who in her executive who could tell her, Madam Opposition Leader, Madam Political Leader, what you're doing is not right.
Well, one of the things that I find really amazing
You hear that?
the former Minister of Finance in the PP government, the Caroni East Representative Bo Tiwari, calls it ill-advised and precipitous. He said the UNC must convince the country that it stands for something. The former Trade Minister Stephen Caddy said Roberts was tarnished, and the opposition leader showed
Even trolls get to speak over here.
off, and she had no right to be political leader or prime minister as a result of that.
Well, that's the first correct thing Kelly said in 5 years. so I saw it too. I wanted to commend him. He was bang on target. Botiwari is speaking now from the position of a safe seat given to him. So he feels that for the next 5 years he's okay and she can't do anything. Had it been different, he wouldn't say a word either. You look at the guy from St. Augustine, Prakash Ramada, you get in trouble to know what he has said. Up to know what he has said as leader of the COP,
Yes.
As part of the partnership. What has he really said?
Well, Maharaj, I know, who is the head of the COP, also condemned the appearance of Anil Roberts on the platform. Tell us about Anil Roberts and why you don't think he is fit to be where he is.
Look,
Listen. Oh God. All you listen to this. All you please listen to this. Oh God. All you listen to this. This video is old, right? This video was, let's find out when this video was taken. Come on, load up. What I need, you know what? I think I'll bump up my internet speed. I need gigabit speed, man. This is unacceptable. Holy shit. This video was made 9 years ago. Are you shitting me right now? Oh my God.
Go and check. I mean, what is it? Folks thought that Trinidadians were asleep. I mean, what happened here?
The same way you had a cabal in the party, you had a cabal in the cabinet. And the cabal in the cabinet, they allow these things to go, and you dare not say a word because they will, of course, chastise you. That's what happened.
You know what?
You to ask the nation.
Can we, you know what? If there's anyone in the chat, can you go look this up? Who were the cabinet members in charge at the time that he made this video 9 years ago? Because he said Jack Warner is saying, not Slimy. Okay, let me say this right here. Jack Warner is saying that the entire Trinidad and Tobago cabinet at this time was corrupt. The entire one. Holy shit. No wonder they can get away with so much. If you actually read that Express article on the way they did this fraud and how they got away with all of this, it's stunning. Back to Mr. Warner, oh God. This is heartbreaking almost. And this man is still in all your government. You people still elect this man. You allow this man to still exist in public life.
how did it come about?
Well, I'm asking you because the public have asked the same question.
And I'm saying to you, when he first submitted 12.7 million, and then he went back to revise his figures to $11 million for each year of the 2 years, he had all the figures together. And he said, look, pay me for what I submitted first, which I rejected.
Oh,
Pay me $11 million for the first year.
Ole, let me just say this. Annie Roberts would like to wave a wrong to all you. Oh, I get exonerated in the court. I got cleared by the court. But he was not cleared in the Slimy court. Okay? So we are going to dig into this whole Lifesport scandal. And if you are inside, if you have tips, go to the Workers' Right 868 website, workersright868.com/tips. Send me any tips, any old tips, or any points you would like me to consider with this whole Lifesport thing. I got a few today. I actually have some names to call. God, where's my organizational chart? I'll present that all for you after this video. So it's going to be long. So like I said, get your popcorn, get your drink, sit down, relax. My voice will actually put you to sleep. So put me on your TV. Just sit back and learn and absorb this information. What we have here, because we're going to go through again this whole Lifesport thing. We're going to go through Anil Roberts. We're going to go through his public life. We're going to go through this accident he had a few months ago where it is alleged that, and this is a tip that I got in, mind you. I'm getting the tips, and I'm relaying what I hear from the tips. So, a confidential source contacted me and told me that this whole thing with Anil Roberts, what's the note? It was a guy that worked at one of the corporations. Excuse me. Yes, let's say it. He killed through the actions of Anil Roberts. One of our citizens' lives was taken away in that car accident. So it's legitimate to say he killed him, right? Because whatever, blah blah blah. And no one has heard anything about that accident investigation since it happened. So is Mr. Anil Roberts Mr. Untouchable? What? Why does he get to do all of this stuff? Where's the notes that I took? Someone called in and gave me a tip with the Anil Roberts accident, and I can't find it. But from what I heard, it is alleged people that he ran a light, got into this accident, killed someone like a regular citizen. And the family of the citizen is looking for justice, but they can't find justice because they're just a regular man. They're not no politician in no high place that gets away from even avoiding even a scrutiny of TTPS. What happened with the breathalyzer? Was the breathalyzer taken on that night? Where are the results for the breathalyzer test on Mr. Roberts? Because the life of a Trinidadian was taken. And is Anil Roberts still driving these days? Does he have a chauffeur at this point? Or is he still perusing the streets of Trinidad and Tobago? I can't find my notes. Hold on, let's finish up this video.
Second year, where in God's world, Rennie?
Who is Alison Eustace Luther Roberts? That's how it all started. I have a note here in my. Please stop doing that. I have a note here in my notes. E-Beam International was formed in 2007 by a person called Alison Eustace Luther Roberts. Does anyone in the chat know who Alison Eustace Luther Roberts is? Because Mr. Anil Roberts, the Honorable, is saying that he has nothing to do with this fraud, that he didn't know what was going on, and he had nothing to do with it, and the court cleared him. But you know what? Like I said before, the court of Slimy has not cleared him, and I have some questions to ask. So, Alistair Eustace Luther Roberts is the father of Mr. Anil Roberts. And Mr. Allison Eustace Luther Roberts was the lawyer who incorporated E-Beam International in 2007. E-Beam International got away with $34 million for work that was just not provided. So the citizens, you, me, everybody else, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago gave E-Beam International $34 million and we got nothing in return for that. And this company was founded by Anil Roberts' father. But Anil Roberts don't know nothing, about how nothing happened, about how nothing went on, or what went on, or who get money, or whatever. But I have some revelations for you guys. But let's finish up. So the whole purpose of me playing this video with let's call him Mr. Ballhead, is because he was doing the right thing back then, and he actually revealed some of the stuff with Lifesport that is very pertinent to us today.
Where in the world can this ever happen? And people are laughing at this country, and people here in this country are catching their.
What was the corruption index
No work was done and he was
not
paid.
a
of
single
Trinidad
thing
when
was
this
done.
was happening?
And what is even more painful is the guy up to now has shown no sense of remorse.
No remorse.
You have said, if you want to sue me, sue me.
Sue me?
Because you said comfortable on what you're presenting here this morning.
Oh, very. You see, if it was
Mr. Jack Warner, if anybody sues me, please contact me. Olia. Mr. Roberts, don't come for me. I'm just saying all of this is alleged. So Anna Roberts, please don't come for me. I'm just relaying to the people what this man here, Jack Warner, said about you back then, 9 years ago. Just refreshing people's memory. So don't come for me, don't sue me.
get
Please.
some of them in the court
Yes.
to raise this matter, I'll be glad.
Well, Jack Warner is our guest this morning.
Or if
How
you do
deep you
choose to
say
sue me,
go
Jack
deep
Warner,
and
please get in
go
contact
deep.
with me.
How
Go to
deep do you believe this
workersright868.com/tips.
just tell you.
Give me some tips
My
on how to beat
grandmother
this
always
case.
told me,
Thank
when
you.
a fish starts to rot, it begins at the head.
You listen, you hear
I
that?
say no more.
No more needs to be said. Do you anticipate very soon? Well, Jack Warner is our guest this morning. How deep, you say this will go deep and people will be surprised. How deep do you believe this will go, sir?
Well, let me just tell you. My grandmother always told me, when a fish starts to rot, it begins at the head.
No more needs to
Did Jack Warner just implicate Kamla Prasad Besessa in the Lifesport scandal? Dun dun dun. Where's my sound effects? Actually, I closed down all my sound effects as my computer was acting up. I'll get it for you next time, guys, in the edit.
to be said. Do you anticipate very soon we will see charges, or are you, like many folks seem to say, no matter how I turn and remind folks that we've got to make a start somewhere, and I speak of my optimism that something will be done, it seems as though a resignation in Trinidad and Tobago that nothing will come of it. Are you as optimistic as I am, or do you share that pessimism?
I must confess.
9 years later,
pessimistic.
I'm a little pessimistic
Because
right
I have
now.
seen no signs of any kind by this present government wishing to go after those miscreants who robbed this country. It seems as if the relevant departments and ministries.
I know the witness didn't just appear out of nowhere. The witness came wrong since 2013.
Had all the evidence, all the facts, all the statements, and now you're in government, you have become comatose.
But I do have to ask this question of you, and I know at the earliest opportunity I will direct it at the parties of the present government, but I must ask you this. Folks say it is one thing to have suspicion and a lot of reports coming at you, but when you're ready to take this to court, you must have documented proof of what you're saying. It is no longer he say, she say, he suspect, and I know this one who got so and so, but you've got to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted before you go there and make a case that falls apart really quickly.
That might have been so, and that might have impressed me if I did not have examples of investigations taking 3 and 4 and 5 years. Where is Prison Gate? Where is Email Gate? Where is Annan Gate? And so on, and this goes on. And therefore, I'm saying that is an excuse, because if you want to really press a case, it doesn't take you 15 months to find evidence.
Jack Warner is my guest. We have led up thus far to where we are with Lifesport. He says a lot of buildings will come down. This goes very deep, and the rotting fish starts at the head. We will see about that. I do want to get with you, sir, in the area of a gentleman you're very familiar with, because he said to the Prime Minister on his birthday, I am back and I am your present. My guest is Mr. Jack Warner, who is the founder of Sunshine Newspapers. That's available for you to pick up and peruse. Usually very interesting read. We were sitting down and waiting for the Attorney General and for Justice to take his course, and waiting to see what happens coming out of the Lifesport situation. But Justice Mira Dean Amor ruling that the Finance Ministry audit of Lifesport was unfairly completed is what brought this right back up. And Mr. Warner was in a position right in the belly of the beast, as a manner of speaking, and knows exactly what took place. So in the heart of things, some would prefer that I say. I must ask you, sir, to give me the details of how this corruption was done in Lifesport.
I don't have all the details, because I said in a small creek, and I was kept outside of that.
You were not part of it.
No. All I know is that checks were cut left, right, and center, paid to ghost companies that were not even VAT registered. Some of them had names as Dustbin Terrier and all these kinds of things and so on. I mean, names are laughable. In fact, I recall a company in Tobago was paid for cutting grass in Carapo and in Point Fortin. So I asked the question in Parliament. I said this company came from Tobago, jumped on a plane, came with his whacker, cut Carapo, cut Point Fortin, and then put the whacker on the plane and went back to Tobago. Paid him $375,000. When in Parliament, I raised all these things. I call companies, I call figures.
All right, I'm back.
My political leader, Mrs. Rika Remchit, from the ILP, she also had a program recently, and she also spoke about these figures and these companies. So the facts are there, the documents are there, and one has to commend Captain Gary Griffith for being brave enough to go after this and to reveal it. Many a person would have cowed and bowed down, but he went after them, and of course, he to pay a price eventually.
So he holds your respect.
Highly, very highly. In fact, it's because of him, in a sense, this whole thing is where it is today.
The ministers were not detected. People saying, you were saying there was not a question of detected. There was of detection. There was a case of a wink and a nod. Everybody knew what was going on. That is
correct.
You hear that?
This small clique inside the cabinet.
Everybody knew what was going on.
You had people who had silk.
So this Lifesport scandal is not just limited to Anil Roberts. Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody was getting paid.
You knew the procedural law. You said, listen, guys, this is not happening.
I said so.
But the people, and there's a whole lot of attorneys, you're quite right about that. I'm going to leave Lifesport, as a total package, as something that I will be patient on. But I do want to ask you, I don't think I'm leaving it. I'm going to take a component of it out.
I hope do you leave Lifesport this morning, the country doesn't leave it. I really hope so.
That's right.
The country left it.
We're not leaving it at all. Appearing on the UNC platform last Monday, Anil Roberts said, "Mere hours after the ruling, I am back." Now, as I understand it, and you may want to educate me, I'm a little slow on Sunday mornings. These things like an appearance does not just happen within hours of a ruling from the court. These are things that you plan. Did they know something about the verdict that we did not know?
It's quite.
Trinidad is ultimately corrupt.
In advance. It's not unusual. We have some very crafty people here at the highest level of the legal bar, so to speak, and they can know about it. And therefore, I'm not surprised that mere hours after he appeared. What I'm surprised about is that he was able, that he appeared at all. Because here you had the political leader of the UNC, silk, not cotton, silk they say, knowing that of course
he's saying that, not me.
He's vindicated, put him on a platform, galleries to the nation, promises to put him in the Senate, with total abandonment for respect for the people, the integrity of this community and so on. I mean, what is wrong? Really, something has to be wrong.
Yes.
Something has to be wrong. And there's not a single person.
This is 9 years ago, and you guys put this woman back in charge again.
Madam Opposition Leader.
East Representative Botiwari calls it ill-advised and precipitous. He said the UNC must convince the country that it stands for something. The former Trade Minister Stephen Cadiz said Roberts was tarnished, and the opposition leader showed her judgment is totally off, and she had no right to be political leader or prime minister as a result of that.
Well, that's the first correct thing Cadiz said in 5 years. so I saw it too. I wanted to commend him.
I have an allegedly pregnant woman in the bed, and she's trying to sleep. And she said I'm making noise. What should I do, guys?
He feel that for the next 5 years, he's okay and she can't do anything. Had it been different, he wouldn't say a word either. You look at
I don't know who she's pregnant for.
You get to know what he has said. Up to know what he has said.
Listen to this.
Was my friend, hard worker. When he used to be on another station daily attacking the government, I joined him in that as well. But I never thought that the very same thing that he attacked, the very same level of dishonesty and lack of integrity in the government that he attacked, I never thought that one day he would have found himself subsumed in that. And I'm saying, therefore, that until that perception is removed, right, until you have proven yourself, you stay quiet.
Everyone is still innocent until proven guilty.
Stay quiet.
But until such a time,
stay quiet and let the law take its course.
Yes.
You don't come out and behave and you are going after Rowley and the PNM and I mean you behaving as if of course you have won the matter. You haven't won it. You have not won the matter.
And that seems to have been, even before I returned to Trinidad looking in, that seems to be the modus operandi.
Understand that.
Trump-like, that folks are saying what you're getting when you hear the toilet flush is water from Wassa and not from the toilet. They always try to tell you what you're getting is different from what you know you're getting.
That is correct. That is very correct. Very correct. And I don't know how much lower can politics in this country go. I really don't know. A
lot of folks are kind of wholesome optimism that
Jack went there.
These corrupt practices, these alleged corrupt practices, the misdeeds that they have seen will come to before a court at some point. How optimistic are you about that? In general, the Lifesport included, but many others.
I think Lifesport may come. I don't think many others will. I think these guys are laughing all the way to the bank. I think they believe that they have tricked the nation, they have caught us. I believe that some people are saying, rightly or wrongly, that the PM government is saying it's their time now, and therefore it's a tit for tat situation. I look on and I wait and see.
Well, move along and talk on the street is very easy. So,
sure.
You know, we take that with a grain of salt. Sure. I want to take you to one of the ministries that you led, which is Works.
Yes.
There's the feeling that a lot of corruption happened, and we are still paying for, and folks are not called to account for the corruption in Wassa itself. Speak to that, if you will, sir. About a lot of contracts being issued, a lot of favored contractees, and they were always there to get paid first. Some of the allegations being made.
Wassa has been corrupt from inception. And this is not any enlightening news to anybody. And successive ministers are aware of it, and they added to it. And therefore, what Wassa is today, merged as today, is what has been happening over the years. And therefore, what I'm saying is, you reap what.
This is 9 years ago, guys. This video was taken 9 years ago.
At one point in time, Wassa had sent home 4,700 workers, or thereabouts. Wassa gave about 700 VSEP and sent them home.
It's a studio.
Less than 1 year later.
You hear her yelling at me in the background, Alicia?
I mean, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Yo, pregnant women are the fucking worst, yo.
People tell you.
I'm about to tell her to go home.
But Mr. Warner, how did you fight against that? What was the issue did you
I'm live, nigga.
You're there to reverse that course of quote-unquote corruption?
Wassa never came under me as minister. A minister of Works and Transport. It came under public utilities.
Alicia Alman de Roche. I did it in Spanish before.
But I'm saying what
France, le français.
I knew of Wassa then everyone knew, and therefore was no secret, and therefore it was not I had to do. It was public knowledge. Vasa, like so many others, it was public knowledge.
One of the areas that has caused the greatest disquiet among the general public is not only live sport, but the series of things. It is also not limited to something that you commented on. I think it was in 2013. I want to move a little into the area of something you looked at, which is in the judiciary, with the question of the force on remand. You said it is inhumane.
All right, let's keep the audio playing in the background. I want to try to switch to something else.
Having access to justice. You were speaking of the remand yard. During
no,
your
I can't
time
do it.
there, was anything done to ease that situation?
No, I can't do it.
I said 5 years
I want to
I said 3 years ago.
actually what I did using artificial intelligence, I actually asked the AI to build me an organizational chart for the Lifesport scandal. You know, like when you go in those detective movies, you would see like a head at the top, and then you would see like strings to different people or whatever. So, well, I actually did build it. The AI did build it, but it shows locally on my computer. Like at the top, there's it shows the government, the cabinet with the 440 million allocation. Then it comes down to the Ministry of Sport, headed by Anil Roberts, and then he had oh, let me show this to you actually. Oh, let me show this to you. So with AI, with Grok, you can actually present it with documents, and Grok can actually, let's say you don't want to read through the whole freaking article, you can say, hey Grok, take this web page, summarize it for me, and it'll do it. So I asked Grok, and this is the artificial intelligence, not me, right? Should I do this now? Do a deep analysis on the article at so-and-so Trinidad Express. Use all available sources to identify the person's name in that article. And Grok came back with 2 names for me. Stay tuned for those names. Like and subscribe. Let's continue with the video with let's hope I didn't skip past it. I'm getting bored of him. Yeah,
The cabinet.
this is a whole 15 minutes. No, I can't go through this whole shit. So let me just summarize everything in this video with Mr. Warner. He basically said Kamala Prasad Bissessa knew about the Lifesport scandal, and everybody, her entire cabinet, all of the ministers in her cabinet knew about the Lifesport scandal, and they were all involved. They were all complicit. And Anil Roberts is the fall guy, because all of this money was funneled through his ministry. He is the fall guy for right now, while everybody gets off the hook. So the case against Anil Roberts is not closed. It is just it was like dismissed on a technicality. It can be reopened at any time. So my question to the TTPS is, why hasn't it been reopened? What is going on? So here we go. I wonder if you can see this. So the way the Lifesport scandal went, the organizational chart, it went from the cabinet to the ministry to the Lifesport committee to Sport TT, and then from there distributed to the centers. So once again, the money starts at the top, $440 million, starts at the cabinet, was approved by the corrupt cabinet, because remember, if you had read the last article that came out last Sunday, it said after he was given this $34 million, it was an entire scam. First, I think the initial payment or the initial assessment was $24 million or something like that, or 11 million for 2 years. No, 11 million for 1 year, 4 million like that for the second year. Then he came back and revised it without adding any extra features or whatever. He revised the fees from 11 million in the first year to 11 million in the second year. The cabinet approved that allocation, that budget allocations. The cabinet approved this. So from the cabinet, it went to the Ministry of Sport. From the Ministry of Sport, it went to Lifesport Committee, which consists of a committee of 13 board members. Then from there, it went on to Sport TT, and then from there, any money left over that was left over from them thieving or grabbing whatever, went over to the centers. And part of this, part of what blew this up is because the centers wasn't getting any money. And I think the guys at Rasta City had went and complained and went and gun butt this guy, the main guy. Let's show you his picture right now. Because they were worried about the money that was not coming to them. So Rasta City, they had a some kind of meeting in the stadium. What's going on? Yes, this guy, Mr. Adolphus Daniel. So Adolphus got gun butt by someone from Rasta City because they wanted to know why we're not getting our money. So Adolphus then went back to the main witness, which is this lady here. What is her name? Frick, I forget. Let's go back. You know what? Let's actually read the article that came out in the Express today, because I'm getting kind of like loose on the facts a little bit. Okay. Nope, that's not it. This Express article. Root Marchand, that's the witness. I gotta write that. Let me write that down on a slide. So Ruth Marchand, she was actually in the Lifesport ministry. She was the head of some department. I'll read it to you after. So she got $1 million from the $8 million kickback payments that was fraudulently approved by the parliament. Remember, after he got his initial money, he came back after the whole gun butt situation and asked for an additional $8 million for a technology component. After he disappeared, the $8 million still was presented to Parliament, and the cap approved that payment. You understanding me? The cabinet approved that payment of $8 million, and since Adolphus was not available to distribute that payment, what was decided is a group of 8 of them got together and they split the $8 million, $1 million for each person. So one of the person that received the $8 million was Ruth Marchand. She went and invested in some kind of condo. She bought a condo for $1 million or something like that, and then resold it after for cash. The fraud, the level of fraud that was going on, the level of fraud that Mr. Roberts was in charge is astounding, and how this is not spoken about every day. How does even Anil Roberts still have a YouTube platform where he can go on and actually still preach to the people like he's some kind of savior to the country, like he's some kind of warrior for the poor, when he scammed us out of $440 million, and you people put him and elevate him on his platform instead of every day when he leave a message you're cussing him like I do. Because I would go after every time he leaves a message on the Doubles and Coffee, I will go into the comments and leave some kind of nasty cuss for the man. Why are you people going on there and supporting this nonsense? This man who stole from you, who literally, like, when you go to the grocery and you're wondering why the shit costs so much, it's because of this man. Because all of that money, that is how it is extracted from you as a citizen. All of this it is taken back from taxes, from the increased taxes, from all the fraud and all the money that these guys spent and stole from you. All right, so where's the article from for today? Hold on. I'm going to read the article that the Express did for today. I have to find it. I'm going for 3 hours, guys. Thank you for still being with me. I know it's getting late. Sunday night, you guys gotta go get ready for work, do the grind, all that. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe. Share it with friends. If you know a Vinci person, share this to the Vinci friend, because this live stream tonight was mostly focused on the Vincentians, my brothers over there in St. Vincent. Alright, I'm trying to find the article for you. Not displaying. God bless you. Alright, let's read it from Grok. Article published by the Trinidad Express on November 16, 2025, which was yesterday now, provides a riveting insider account of brazen $8 million fraud within Trinidad and Tobago Lifesport program. This is the it's a little deceptive in the writing. The $8 million payment after. This is the section where they distributed that $8 million at the end. A youth intervention initiative launched in 2010 under the People's Partnership UNC-led government, drawing from a leaked 65 notarized witness statement by Ruth Marchand, dated July 2013, in a confidential police dossier obtained by TV6 and the Express. It exposes not just the mechanics of the heist, but a culture of systemic corruption, bid rigging, and personal enrichment that permeated the Ministry of Sport and its affiliates. This $8 million scheme was a subset of a larger $440 million Lifesport ripoff, as detailed in a companion piece. But the article zooms in on the technology component fraud, portraying it as a desperate gang-like conspiracy triggered by the disappearance of a key contractor, which was the... Where's this picture? Adolphus Daniel. This guy right here. So after he disappeared, the UNC government had $8 million to play around with, and they had to figure out how to distribute this to the people. So Lifesport budgeted at $440,666,381 and approved by cabinet, aimed to stay at risk youth towards sports and skill training to curb crime. Instead, it became a vehicle for graft, with orders later revealing procurement breaches, equipment theft, supplier fraud. The program's abrupt shutdown in July 2014 by then Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar followed explosive media expose and a Central Audit Committee report, but criminal prosecutions have lagged. A point of ongoing frustration in public discourse. The article's narrative, laced with Marchand's vivid quotes, example, "We weren't seeing Daniel, so we thought he had gone," reads like a crime thriller, highlighting how officials mimicked gang practices to evade detection. No emails, backdoor meetings with doors ajar for plausible deniability, and cash-stuffed brown envelopes. The core scheme, mechanics, a masterclass in bureaucratic theft. The $8 million was earmarked for a technology upgrade in Lifesport's literacy and numeracy modules. But after contractor Adolphus Daniel vanished, after threats, like I told you guys at the stadium where the Rasta City went and gun butt him and asked him where the fuck my money is. So so then he came back and pulled a gun and put the gun in Ruth Marchand's face and threatened her and asked her if she was the one who went and snitched to Rasta City on why they're not getting their money. So after he pulled the gun on Ruth Marchand's face, he disappeared. Alright? So anyway, going on reading this thing. This is not the article, but this is like a summary of the article by Grok, where I asked Grok to tell me some names of some people. Bid rigging and ghost companies, 6 shell firms. Some registered merely days before. You hear that? So one of the ways the one of these 8 people figured out how to steal money from you was they would take the money that was allocated, the $8 million, they would form a company and then allocate that money to the company. So that's what it says right here. So some registered just days before were deployed as fronts, often using family or associates. Quotes were fabricated to ensure the lowest bidder, a ringer, won, with 10% commissions retained by fronts and 90% kickback in cash. Wow. Invoices passed by Central Tenders Board using automated clearinghouse payments and internal memos for sub $1 million releases. So what that basically means is for bills under $1 million, it was automatically just paid by the clearinghouse. And what a kickback is let's say you're a contractor and I give you a contract for $1 million. You will do nothing with that contract. You will keep the $1 million, but you will keep a 10% of that $1 million that I gave to you, the dirty politician. Then you, the dirty contractor, will give back $900,000 to the politician. Understand that? That is what a kickback is. So the politician gives a contractor $1 million. The contractor does nothing. Takes $100,000 just for accepting the contract and putting their company at risk or to being exposed or whatever. Then the contractor, forgetting that contract, then gives the politician $900,000. That is a kickback. Okay, bid rigging is something else. So let's say what the government is supposed to do is it's supposed to send out contracts to the public, and then contractors would put bids on the contracts, and the lowest bid usually wins. So with bid rigging, when they submit like a contract to the public, their guy, so when everybody submits their bids or whatever, and let's say the lowest bid from the bid submitted was $10 million, the politician would then go back to their guy and say, hey, the lowest bid is $10 million. Why don't you submit a bid for $9 million? So then the dirty contractor then submits that bid for $9 million and he wins it. That is bid rigging. So bid rigging, ghost companies, all of this was happening in the Lifesport scandal. Who the frontman for was Anil Roberts. So he took the blame, he took the heat for all of the other members. So everybody gives him a pass. So when he do stupid shit like, I don't know, crash his car and kill somebody, oh, you get a pass. It's okay, cool. We didn't see that. Or stall the investigation for 10 years, and when the family get tired, they go their way or whatever. It just happened. It's happened. You know, they're just a poor simple man. What can they do, right? So they will stall and delay the investigation, and justice is not served onto the people. Evasion tactics. Let me just double check this to see. I'm showing you that. So evasion tactics. Approvals were siloed among a core group to judge auditors. An attempt to scapegoat Winston Cooper, Lifesport director, by forcing his sign-off on invoices failed when he refused, costing him his contract renewal. Funds were laundered via condos, example, Marchand's share, funneled through a sole property to a colleague's daughter, and personal splurges like weddings and boats. Scale and impact. The highest compounded Daniels prior $34 million siphoning off for undelivered work by May 2013. No deliverables materialize. Pure ghost construction, meaning Marchand got $8 million to provide tutorial services for the youth of Trinidad and Tobago. Like he was supposed to do tutorials, training on maths and English and all this stuff. He was the one that was contracted to provide these services for these centers. He took the money and never provided anything. And Adolphus Daniel, his company, was incorporated by Anil Roberts' father. But Anil don't know nothing. This highest compounded Daniels prior to $34 million siphoning for undelivered work by May 2013. No deliverables materialized. Pure ghost transactions. The article implies deeper ties to criminal elements, echoing broader Lifesport probes into conspiracies involving Ministry of Sport staff, Sport TT. This whole Lifesport stuff, which was the brainchild of Anil Roberts, was corrupt from the top down. And who suffered? The actual citizens that they were supposed to help, the youth, the affected youth of the country. The fraud's audacity lay in its banality, exploiting procurement loopholes in a program meant to uplift vulnerable youth. While officials partied on the proceeds, Marchand's statement given to the TTPS White Collar Division was a ticking time bomb, leaked over a decade later amid stalled probes, underscoring an institutional inertia. Lifesport's collapse, it wasn't isolated. Launched under Sports Minister Anil Roberts, who resigned in 2014 amid the probe denying wrongdoing, it unraveled via 2024 audits revealing $1 billion plus in potential misuse across related schemes like EMBD. Wow. That is how much money this government stole from you guys. Artificial intelligence actually knows this shit and you guys don't. As of 2024-2025, police investigations remain active per ACP Kurt Simon, with one suspect cooperating, but no major convictions. Civil suits, however, have advanced. In July 2025, a High Court judge awarded nominal damage against Sport TT's ex-CEO John Mullanteal and 13 board members for rubber stamping the $34 million E-beam contract, slamming their fiduciary breaches despite ministerial pressures. So you heard that? So Adolphus Daniel, after he got the $34 million and say he wasn't paying it back, was confident in that fact, or maybe he was just angry because it says right here in the article, Sport TT's CEO John Molentiel and 13 board members rubber stamped this, meaning the corrupt board members at Lifesport Sport TT, they all must have gotten a piece of that $34 million payout, right? So let's say everybody gets $1 million. All this money is already distributed, so then now everything comes back onto the main guy, and he's like, no, I'm not paying that shit. That's what I think happened. That's why he was so cocky, and it's like, that money, I'm not giving it back. So anyway, this man passed away. I'm not sure how he died. How did he die? But anyway, Anna Roberts is still out there, guys. Still doing damage to the country. Still embarrassing the country. Still in the UNC government. And like I told you guys before, with an evil government, compromised politicians have value. Because a compromised politician would always look out for his own ass, because he knows that they have something hanging over him, hanging over his head. Because let's just say, suppose this happened. Look at David Lee the other day, right? David Lee went against the UNC government when they told him that they want him to send out mass evictions to HGC. Why does HGC keep getting called in this shit? Woo! Anyway, David Lee refused to send out these mass eviction notices to the people. Big up to David Lee for that. And just because of that act alone, Mr. Lee, you get a pass in my book. You are not evil. But because he did that shit, all of a sudden now you're hearing stuff about David Lee getting recharged. That is how corrupt your government is, and that is the value of a compromised politician, because when they don't do what they are asked to do, they always have that axe hanging over their head. So whatever bullshit that is presented to Anna Roberts, the big great mouthpiece of the UNC, he has to do, because if he don't, he have all this shit hanging over him that is going to drop at any time. Don't you wonder why after all these years, all this time, that Anna Roberts still hasn't faced any justice, either from the courts or from the people? Why do you people still support this man? Why are you still on this doubles? I used to be actually, at one point in time when I was learning about Trinidad and Tobago politics, I used to actually listen to him talk. But this is when he was in opposition. And when you're an opposition member, just about anything you say against the government, it makes sense to people that's listening to you. But now that he's actually in charge in government, listening to his channel is almost revolting. Alright, so let's start naming some names now. Because I'm getting vexed. Public, and this is not me saying this, people. This is just me reading from public documents, okay? Don't come sue me. Okay? Don't sue me. Alright, so let's start naming names. So out of that $8 million that was distributed, it was distributed to 8 people. 8 people got $1 million each from that payment. We can name one person, Ruth Marchand. She admitted that she took $1 million and put it into a condo. That was what was revealed in the Express article that came out today. Right? So now we're getting to the second person, guys. We're going to go to the second person, and we're going to name the name of that second person that got $1 million. $1 million that was not named in the Express article, but we are going to name them here on the Slimy Show. Oh, this is so fucking cool. You know what? Yo, you guys, look at it. Look, I don't know if you can see this post. Out of AI Grok is actually linking my account into research into this whole stuff. This is so freaking cool, man. All right, here we go. Let's name some names. Like and subscribe, guys. All of you still viewing with me, all you night owls. Welcome to the Slimy Show. I am Slimy. I'm broadcasting on the Workers' Right 868 platform. Renison is doing that because we're partners now. Like and follow me at the Slimy Show on YouTube if you want to get updated content from me, because I'm going to start doing that now. Content will be posted on my site before it's posted on the Workers' Right platform. So we're broadcasting on 5 platforms. Like and share this video to your friends. I'm losing my voice now. Alright, let's wrap up. This article anonymizes most publishers. Example, senior government official, senior Lifesport official, to shield ongoing probes. But Marchand's statement names in the leaked dossier, redacted in publication for legal reasons. Using the article's descriptions, cross-reference with web searches, example Guardian, Newsday, Wired 868, and X-Post, example 2020, example Penny Mafia's 2025 explainer, linking to historical coverage, I've identified key figures. These draw from court records, audits, and media type-in pseudonyms to real individuals. Roles span enablers, beneficiaries, and whistleblowers. No one from the $8 million core has been criminally convicted as of November 2025. Alright, so the first person named was Adolphus Daniel. We already know him. He was the primary contractor and beneficiary. So he pocketed $34 million for undelivered tech literacy work by May 2013. He demanded $8 million more, threatened Ruth Marchand at her office and Hazy Crawford Stadium meeting, vanished post-confrontation, prompting the heist. Deceased per 2024 CNC 2023 report, vowed to keep funds in 2014, claiming he fought corruption, central to $34 million Sport TT civil suit. So Adolphus Daniel was the first person named. The second person named from the Trinidad and Tobago Express article, from artificial intelligence digging and doing the analysis, was Ruth Marchand. We already know that because she admitted to that. She handled budgets, paperwork, devised so she was the one who devised how to split the $8 million among themselves after Daniel disappeared. She is now in witness protection. Winston Cooper, Lifesport director, hired in 2013. Ex-police commissioner, targeted as fall guy for invoice sign-offs, refused, leading to contract non-renewal, not implicating in fraud, portrayed as integrity check. So Winston Cooper is a good guy. Anil Roberts, Minister of Sport, 2010 to 2014. Anil Roberts oversaw Lifesport, resigned August 2014 amidst audits probe, denying involvement. Article implies ministerial pressure enables schemes. 2025 Express notes his silence on leaks. X-Post example Express updates 2016 pull public on prosecutions under his watch. It named also John Molentiel, John Molentiel approved $34 million e-beam sole source contract. So Molentiel was the person that approved this whole $34 million fraud. It doesn't say how much money he got, or if he was actually involved in this $8 million stuff. But why is this the AI giving me his name? But anyway, I'm just reading from the AI, guys. I'm not accusing any of these individuals of any kind of fraud. Dave Bob, no, I'm not accusing you of fraud, Dave Bob. But you're dead now. So Dave Bob, Lifesport official, deceased, aware of kickback practices via female friends fronts. No direct $8 million rules specified. So Dave Bob, you're clear from this one. So there's Sebastian Paddington, part of a 13-member board, sued civilly 2025, approved flawed contracts under ministerial directives. So what minister was who was the minister that was directing him? Anybody know? What minister of sport was directing Sebastian Paddington to vote in a certain way? Are you guys understanding the significance of board positions now? Are you guys now terrified that you've heard the ground report and all this in social media for the past few months about this scramble to put operatives, UNC operatives in board positions? Doesn't that concern you just a little bit now, knowing the level of corruption that board members can get themselves into? So why was this push put out on social media for all, and you hear it up to this day? People blatantly calling into social media programs asking why they haven't been assigned board positions yet. Utter corruption, stink and dirtiness. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So let's continue. I'm not exactly sure why the artificial intelligence named all these names. The one name I was looking for was Mikey K, because he was employed under the Lifesport program, getting $90,000 a month. I was actually hoping that the AI would spit out his name, but there's nothing here as yet. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. All right, so here's this right here. In the Express article, it said that one of the people that received the $1 million payout used that $1 million to fund a wedding. Who got married around that time? Anybody know?
Ready to cantar and bailar with you. They send a nota, a diplomatic note. Keep you late, no airplane. They say I can't take both.
Persona non grata.
Why you call me that name?
Only the name is Anil Roberts.
Lord, you make me feel
That's it. That's the whole reveal. Anil Roberts was the man that received the $1 million from the Lifesport scandal, out of the whole $8 million. It was Anil.
in my situation.
It was all right. That's the big reveal. It was Anil. Anil got the money, guys.
Persona non grata. Why you call me that name?
Notes on anonymized figures.
Lord, you make me feel shame.
Anil got the money. Anil got $1 million from Lifesport. It's right here. It's right here. The article's senior government official, wedded funded by $1 million, aligns with Anil Roberts' late 2013 marriage. Timeline per X Fudgy 88. Senior Lifesport official, bid rigging engine room matches Sport TT insiders like Molenteel. I don't know about that. I'm not calling Molenteel name. Mr. Molenteel, if you're out there, please don't sue me. This is all artificial intelligence. I'm just reading what the AI is saying and what the AI put together, because I asked the AI to investigate for me, because I only had a limited amount of time to present this to you guys. Now my pregnant girlfriend is saying she wants to go home. She wants a cab home because I'm talking too loud. All right. So I'm not calling Malantiel's name, but I am calling Anil Roberts' name for the senior government official that received this $1 million from the $8 million split, as exposed in this Trinidad and Tobago Express article. Female friend and husband, 10% friends and others, former soldier, boat buyer, remain unnamed in sources, likely to protect probes. Sources, blah, 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 blah. Guys, this heist wasn't victimless. It starved the youth programs, fueling the crime it targeted. March-on's protections, hints at risk. Example, the 2024 Sita Hal killing. Oh, Dana Sita Hal. That's Dana Sita Hal. Am I going to get myself in trouble for calling her name? Well, anyway, guys, with this whole big bacchanal that's going on, it wasn't just money that they stole. They actually allegedly killed somebody over this nonsense. So Dana Sita Hal. All right, let's just read what the AI says. This heist wasn't victimless. It starved youth programs, fueling the crime it targeted. March-on's protection hints at risk. Example, the 2014 Sita Hal killing. 2025 Ramratan murder probes, with investigations shelved per 2025. Despite $1 billion plus in losses, the leak reveals calls for justice. Politically, it stains the UNC legacies, while PNM faces inaction critiques. As ex-user Rakos noted in November 25, anticipation builds for Part 2, potentially naming more. Ultimately, the article indicates a rotten system where evil forbids questioning. Poor penny mafia, demanding reforms in procurement and whistleblower safeguards. Where did AI get this from? Because I don't remember saying any of this in my article. But this is so cool that Grog actually picked up my name to reference in this whole thing. That's cool. So this data here, right here, I used, and I asked Grog to make an organizational chart for me. So here it is right here. And if you were paying attention to the video from Jack Warner earlier, he said that this corruption, the Lifesport scandal corruption, went to the tippy top. It went to the Prime Minister, according to Jack Warner, right? So the Dutty cabinet approved $440 million. God knows how many of those cabinet members set up front corporations to actually gain money from all this. This is one of the most dirtiest evil scams I've ever seen in my life, and this happened in my country.